Let me know how you're doing. I'm out of the swing of things. It's been a while since I've gone live. I took 2 weeks off from going live. I've never done that. In fact, I've never actually missed a live until my video editor need to edit out first minute of video. All right. Peeps are coming on, sweet. All right, so I am Lisa Zimmer, doTERRA Blue Diamond. All that means to you is, if you are seeing this on YouTube, that means that I like to help lots and lots of people get access to our amazing doTERRA products, essential oils and essential oil infused products, essential oil supplements, and I love to change people's health and life. So my products have the ability to do that. And so I love to put on my purple sparkly cape every day and try to change the world of healthcare. Right, so if you are building a doTERRA business, what that means to you is I also love to give back and help you avoid all the pitfalls in your business that I dealt with. So for example, I worked way too hard to get to diamond rank in doTERRA. It's the top couple percent in the company. And we did it in 21 months. And when we went back and looked at our information, our volume and our growth every month, we track everything. We could have done it in 10 months and we could hit Blue Diamond solid at 2 years. We are not solid Blue Diamond. And I want to keep that from happening to you. So why? Why do I care? Well, that's just the way I'm made. Just do. So I created this group, Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips, and I believe it was January of 2017. I can't believe it's been 2.5 years already. That's insanity. And this is a free group on Facebook, Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. And so I did that because I hit diamond and didn't love it anymore, right? Well, I had gotten lost in the details. So today we're going to talk about how to not get lost in the details. So I see so many people all over Facebook spending so much time in Facebook, and you'd be shocked to know that I spend very little time in Facebook. I have a very regimented schedule. Thank you, Diana. She says I look refreshed and rested. I am. I have slept an insane amount of time this last 3 days due to jet lag, so I am definitely well rested. Right? So how do we do doTERRA and build a business and not get lost in the details, right? It's fascinating how it just takes one little thing to get people off focus so quickly. So how can we stay focused on our business and be productive without getting lost in the details? Revisit your why. This is a very, very simple business. And we, as humans, love to make things way more complicated than they need to be. We love to make excuses, not reasons, excuses why we can't do what we need to do to get to where we're going. And we love to blame it on everyone other than ourselves, right? So why do we do that? It makes us feel better. When we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing or not succeeding, it's way easier to come up with excuses about how life gets in the way than to say, I chose not to be successful this month, right? We do choose it. We do make a choice. You're not actively choosing, right, to not work on your doTERRA, but you're choosing to put other things in place of, right? So here's a good example. I'm going to use Maria, who made a comment here, as an example. Are you ready? Lisa, I have so much to share with you. We just moved to a new town about 5 to 6 weeks ago. Didn't know anyone. Already enrolled 7 people, all one-on-ones with the trifold. This is the trifold, the Zimmer trifold. You can get that on our website, lisazimmer.net/shop. And only 1 make and take so far. She has 1 lunch and learn set up for later this month, 1 make and take set up, and working on more. All right, so she uses the Zimmer system, right? Our trifold, our FAQ system, our make and takes, our goodie bags, and more. feels like she is finally thriving. So why is that, right? Why is Maria having such success? Because she's focusing, she has a process, and she's not making excuses, right? So what are some excuses? Wham, I moved to a new town, I don't know anybody. That's an excuse, and she's not using that as an excuse. She's using it and changed it to an opportunity, right? I'm moving to a new town. Instead of wham, I don't know anyone. Amazing, I don't know anyone. I have all this opportunity here, right? It's your attitude. People perceive your attitude. They feel your level of comfort or discomfort in yourself or your process or your product. People feel it, right? So I'm going to use my new builder, Paulina, as an example. She moved to a completely new state, clear across the ocean. She's in Maui, in the middle of nowhere, was in a rainforest location, no Wi-Fi, no cell service. She had to travel somewhere to get either, and let me tell you, after spending almost 2 weeks there, it was 10 days, there's very little cell service and Wi-Fi, right? And 5 kids, single mom, oldest kid's 11, right? 0 excuses in building her business. Re-enrolled in doTERRA. She built prior, re-enrolled in doTERRA with doTERRA's permission, special circumstances, and hit Premier in 30 days with all new people. She has no association with her prior team and is not allowed to have anyone transfer. Premier in 30 days. New city, new state, completely new culture, let me tell you. So how? How does she do that? She goes places and she does things, and she'll take all 5 kids with her. We went to lunch, and she actually had a child who started feeling unwell. No excuses. She literally was talking to doTERRA, putting peppermint on the little girl's head, had a little bucket for her to even throw up in if she needed to, right? 0 excuses. The child was not unhappy. The child was fine. 0 excuses. She enrolled people everywhere we went, with children, without children. No excuses. In fact, we arrived on Monday. She moved all 5 kids on Saturday and Sunday. 2 of them got sick. No excuses. She still was ready to teach classes and taught classes all through the move. No excuses. A couple days prior, a week prior, her son cut off the end of his finger. No excuses. She didn't cancel class. Took him to the hospital quick, made sure it wasn't disastrous, slapped some oils on it. It's good to go. No excuses. She could have used every single one of those things as an excuse to not do her business. No excuses. She had builders say, oh, I want to do this. Awesome, let's teach a class tonight. Not let me plan for 600 years and overthink everything. Let's host the class tonight. Call all your friends. No excuses. Just does it. Just do it. Stop planning. Stop learning. Stop thinking. Your doTERRA business is built on helping people get access to oils. We don't sell oils. We educate them about them and help them order them ourselves. We don't even need to have oils, right? I enroll people all day long without even having oils in front of me or in front of them, right? Stop making excuses. You can enroll people everywhere you go. All you have to do is talk to them, find out about them, and let them know you have a solution for them. All right, Roxanne says, I'm going to answer a few questions, but not a lot here. Do you do weekly public giveaways? Yes, I do weekly public giveaways on Yay Oils Public Education Facebook group. How much do you do with Facebook ads? I've never done a Facebook ad. I will never do a Facebook ad for my doTERRA business. Yay. All right, I'm just reading a couple comments. Everybody's saying, way to go, Maria. Way to go, Paulina. No excuses. All right. Just help people know that there is a solution. Not all of them are going to be on board. Those aren't your people. Move on. Right? And we get in the, well, they didn't like my oils. Who cares? Don't have time to worry about it. Go move on. Next person. Right? Not everyone is going to be open. The door's not open. Right? Julie says, you posted a year-long class schedule that someone shared. Can't find it. Create your own, Julie. Don't worry about it. Sit down, look at a calendar. It's summer. Do a summer class. It's the time of year people travel. Do a travel class. Just do it. Sit down, make your own. You're good to go. Everybody give Julie solutions on what classes to be teaching, all right? So easy peasy, that's an easy one. So now what is the process, right? So Maria mentioned some things. I helped teach Paulina the process with her new team. Why is having a process important? People can't duplicate you if a process doesn't exist for them to duplicate, right? Because they can't be you, right, off the top of their head. They don't understand what you do or why you do it when they're new to doTERRA, so you have to have a process. So what is the process? The process is you get the Zimmer trifold. It's the only real trifold, right? We created the trifolds. It is the doTERRA trifold. Get the trifold. You hand it out to people. You enroll them. You help them get their own account. You send them a welcome email. You give them a goodie bag once they enroll, right? I don't give goodie bags to people who don't enroll. You don't give stuff to people who don't get their own account. That's the whole point, right? You reward people that choose you and choose yes. Give them a goodie bag. Give them, I have my oils now, what? Plus recipes. Free in the files tab. Right? Your welcome email is free in the files tab. Just edit my example. Goodie bag, type in goodie bag. For anybody that's new here, go to the announcements tab and click on it. And whether you're new or old, just go to the announcements tab and click on it and walk yourself through each step. It tells you step by step what to do. This is not hard. All right, I'm just reading comments as we go, sorry. All right, so Paulina was able to reach Premier in 30 days by helping every single person that she met get their own account. Nannies that helped her out through her moving process, a cleaning person, massage people, acupuncture, Tai Chi, yoga people, pretty much everyone that she came in contact with, a waitress, everyone she came in contact with heard about doTERRA from her. Some people weren't interested. She didn't take any time to worry or woe about it. She moved on, right? So I see excuses all the time everywhere. There's nothing I hate more than excuses because they're just super annoying to me. No one on my team has ever heard me make an excuse for doTERRA, ever. So, oh, here comes my assistant who I haven't seen in 2 weeks. Is that Katie? Yay, I'm live. I'll be just a few minutes. We're going to do a short one today. All right, so no excuses. Yes, life is going to get in the way. There's no reason you can't keep doing doTERRA anyway, right? It's just the way it is. If you have a good why, so why do I do doTERRA, right? Well, I do doTERRA because it's my family's income. And my why is I want to change the world of healthcare and I want to get oils in every home because I don't want anyone to ever experience the negative health experiences that we did. Yay, congratulations, Julie hit Elite this month. Woohoo! All right, so I want to hear about your successes. Celebrate your successes. Things are always going to go wrong in your doTERRA business. Stop focusing on them, right? and call 5 more people today and say, hey, Susie Q, I am so excited about what we are doing right now, and I would love to share it with you. I'm using doTERRA essential oils. Have you heard about essential oils or doTERRA yet? I want to share that with you. Do you have a few minutes to chat with me? I want to talk to you about that. Let's get together. You want to come over? You want to chat on the phone? I want to help you with it. Just be sincere and be serious, right? You don't need to memorize a script. You just need to talk to people. So it's fascinating how people aren't even capable of picking up the telephone and calling people anymore. I find that so bizarre. And aren't able to hold a conversation. Well, what do you say to someone? You say to someone, hey, I have these oils. I want to share it with you. You want to talk about it with me? Start a conversation. Let's get back to 1990 and remember how to be normal human beings, right? So July is going to be awesome. I'm not going to go into details about the promotions because you can read them. But in doTERRA, they have some amazing promotions right now that you should be taking advantage of and sharing with your team and teaching your entire team how to share doTERRA and help other people get their own account, right? So in every video I do in education, I let people know everyone in doTERRA can help others get their own account. You do not have to be a doTERRA builder to help people get their own account. It drives me bonkers when people say, well, who's going to support them? You! Who cares? If you have a good support system, imagine, right? So let's put this into perspective for all these people. Y'all drive me nuts, by the way, that say this. I'm in a mood today, right? So it's just another excuse, right? When people say, oh, I don't want people who aren't doing the business enrolling because they might not support them. That's just another excuse, right? Your excuse is you don't want to teach other people how to do this because that takes time, energy, and effort. That's your excuse. Stop with the excuses, right? It's not for you to decide who gets to do doTERRA and share doTERRA and who doesn't. Right? doTERRA did not create the system and say, oh, well, everybody can do it except this person, and this person. No, that's you putting those boundaries and restrictions on you growing your business. Okay? So what that does, imagine, let's put this into perspective for you so it hits home a little bit. Imagine that the person on your team knows me, but doesn't do the business. And you say, oh, nope, you can't enroll people. Well, obviously, they're not going to help me get my own account and help me get doTERRA. And you just lost out on the opportunity for a few future Blue Diamond on your team because you were making excuses as to why you couldn't take the time, a couple minutes of your time, to teach everyone on your team how to enroll their own friends and family and get their own account. You just cut the cord of connection to getting me on your team. Many of us in doTERRA, many top leaders were enrolled by non-builders. doTERRA's original philosophy was it didn't matter. Everyone could enroll people. Somewhere in the middle, some trainer decided to change that. Bad idea. Everyone can help people get their own account. You're going to miss out and you're going to cut the cord of connection to so many people if you don't start learning how to teach everyone on your team how to share doTERRA and extend the offer of doTERRA to all their personal relationships, all their friends and family, regardless of whether a builder or not, regardless of whether they have 100 PV in their cart or not. Don't worry about it. Those are the details. Don't get lost in the details. Stop overthinking it. Help people get access to doTERRA, okay? So share in the comments if you have figured that out. People always ask, how do you have so many sharers and builders? In fact, I was getting on vacation, I was thinking, how in the world do I have so many people sharing doTERRA? Because I tell everyone that they can. Are you telling everyone that they can? So how did Polina find, most of her team already in 30 days is made up of builders? How? How is that even possible? Because she tells everyone that they can. Are you whining and saying, I don't have any builders, I don't have any builders, I don't have any builders? Keep going anyway. I love Lynn's comment, you can hand anyone a trifold. Are you telling them that they can? Are you telling them that there's an opportunity here to share doterra with some friends and family and earn a reasonable income? Are you telling every single person that? If not, then you're missing out. Don't deny people this amazing opportunity because you're making excuses as to why you can't tell people that, right? Again, it comes back to excuses. Are you making excuses? So what happens is we hear one thing from one person one time, and then our next answer to everything, because it hurt our feelings or made us insecure, our next answer to everything is everyone always says, right? So one time someone will say, well, I don't want to share oils, and say you're doing a membership overview. I don't want to share doTERRA and do business. Don't ever ask me that again. I think it's rude that you asked me that, right? So now you're scarred, and every time you go to do another membership overview, you're thinking, well, Susie Q traumatized me, so I'm going to make excuses, and I'm not going to talk about that again. Again, that's just an excuse because your opportunity is on the other side of doing something hard. Right? It's hard to revisit that again. So we make excuses as to why we can't, right? Not everybody says that. One person did, but in our head, there's this little chatterbox saying, oh no, don't present the opportunity because this person might react negatively again. It's just an excuse because you're uncomfortable. The hard and rewarding and good stuff doesn't happen because things are easy. It happens because you're tackling the challenging things, right? So keep going anyway. Don't get lost in the details and stop making excuses as to why this business is harder than it should be, right? That's just you making it hard. Our job is to tell people about the oils, help them order them, and show them how to use them. Let them know they can do that too. So unbelievably easy, it's freaking painful. Right, so let's continue with our process, right? You enroll someone, use a trifold. You send them a welcome email, free in the files tab here on Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group. You give them I Have My Oils Now What Plus recipes to launch them into using their oils. You teach the classes as simple as possible so that they can turn around, leave you, and do the same thing 5 minutes later. If your classes are more complicated than that, you're impeding your duplication process, right? Just because you can crank out enrollments doesn't mean that you'll be a solid leader with lower amount of work moving forward, less work moving forward, and high retention, right? If you can enroll all day long by teaching classes on Facebook, being an Instagram guru, teaching super amazing complicated classes, doesn't mean you're going to have the ability to duplicate, right? So you've got to figure out a way to help teach your downline how to not be you, but how to duplicate, okay? So my team doesn't go live every week. Well, Paulina does, right? Difference in leadership skills. Why don't other people go live every week? I have no idea. But that's their excuses and their baggage, right? They have things to work through. Not everybody's going to have the same skill sets. I'm not going to understand their skill sets. It's not my job to understand everybody's skill sets and why they don't do what they need to do to build a successful business. That's their business, their issues, their baggage. You're going to have downline that aren't going to follow logical rules and want to do their own thing. And that's awesome. Let them, encourage them, cheer them on. Sometimes they'll fail. Sometimes they succeed. You're just there to direct them when they need help. You're not there to be their boss. You're not there to control them. You're there to say, hey, hand out trifolds, send a welcome email, use I Have My Oils Now What Plus recipes. Are they going to want to go off on their own and create their own thing and waste a lot of time? Probably. But you just say, yay, way to go, what else? And then hopefully they'll get it, that they're getting lost in the details. They're wasting tons of time when they could just be using tools that already exist, right? So why are my tools created when doTERRA has tools? My tools complement doTERRA tools, and my tools are different. So trifold versus a multiple page booklet. When I'm out and about and enrolling the woman waiting on me at the bank, or enrolling my Uber driver, enrolling the woman checking me in at the hotel, I'm not doing that with a 10-page booklet. I'm doing that with a trifold. My tools fill the gaps that doTERRA doesn't fill. Right, I have my Oils Now What Plus recipes. Super easy, you email it. People don't get lost in the details. It explains the practical how of the top most commonly asked questions that people ask. How do I use these top 10 oils that I just got for head and neck tension, digestive upset, blah, 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 blah. I answered that for you in a single piece of paper. Okay, so my tools fill the gap. We weren't recreating the wheel. We were fixing the spokes that were broken, right? And so we have the other spokes to the wheel with our tools. Super simple, super cheap, okay? So trifold and our make and take system are available on lisazimmer.net/shop and our FAQ system. So next, after you've done these things, right, you're gonna tag your people in Facebook, or you're gonna go grab the Facebook post that pertains to them and welcoming them and getting them started with videos in your FAQ system, whether people are on Facebook or not. So that system that I have is super cheap. It's 49 bucks, right? And it's the top 20-ish posts to help you welcome your customers and grow them into sharers and builders, but also to keep you from answering the same question over and over and over and over. How to make a roller, how to fill a diffuser, how do I order next, why do I want to order LRP next, what oils should I use, how do I use them, how do you host a class, how do you enroll somebody, right? So you don't have to make your business based on your mouth always moving. When I implemented our FAQ system, my amount of work in doTERRA went from 12 to 16 hours, 12 to 15 hours a day, not 16 sometimes, to 1 to 2 hours a day, right? So simplify, 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 right? What is your doTERRA business? Your doTERRA business is making your list of 100 names, calling them, contacting them, inviting them to chat with you at the class or in person one-on-one, telling them that you love the oils and why, briefly, asking them what they would love help with, and telling them, yes, we have a solution for that. We can totally help you with that. Let me help you get started with one of our starter kits. It's the best way to go. They're extra discounted. You're going to save the most. You're going to have what you need to make over your medicine cabinet naturally. Let's go ahead and start with that. Done. Then you welcome them with your email with your I Have My Oils Now What Plus recipes attached. You add them to your Facebook group and tag them in the FAQ post on how to get started to reinforce. Repetition, repetition, repetition. You're going to notice I say the same things in every single one of my videos over and over and over and over and over. That's why I'm revisiting this process with you when I explain this process every Monday for 2.5 years. You're going to hear it a little differently each time, okay? So same thing with new customers. My new customers need repetition, repetition, repetition. We've already told them how to use some of these oils. We're going to tell them again in the Adam and tag them. We're going to tell them again in our recipe page. We're going to tell them again in our membership overview. And we're going to tell them again throughout our educational classes. And eventually something's going to stick. And they're going to get it. All right. I'm not sure who's answering. Someone's asking about samples. So I don't sample. I've never sampled. All right, so I do make and take. So my make and take system is different. People are like, oh yeah, I do make and takes, or if they get one and then they try to rewrite their own and don't have the same result. Okay, there's a lot that goes into the make and take. Not going to explain it all, but it works for a reason, right? I have a very clear process. I studied for 3 years before implementing the make and take about what was missing in all the make and take systems out there. Make and takes have been around forever. I did not create make and takes. I just created a system that worked. and fixed what was broken in all the other processes and systems. That's why you're all having such huge success with our make and take system. All right, so keep it simple, folks. Don't get lost in the details. All right, so excuses, excuses, excuses. Nobody likes excuses on why you're not able to put time into your doTERRA business, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have time. Well, that's what you choose, right? So you have to choose. You can work on doTERRA 10 minutes a day. So I have a friend that built to diamond. I think she built to gold before she quit her full-time job, but she worked 50, 60 hours a week at her full-time job and built to gold. Might have even been platinum before she quit. She worked on her business for 15 minutes every morning. And then she made sure she taught at least 1 to 2 classes a week. Okay, so you're going to find that all the top leaders in doTERRA had something that others don't have, and that's their inability to make excuses. And so we can be sick, we can have kids that are sick, we can have, right? But they did it anyway. There's a top leader who built their whole business to presidential while they had a child fighting childhood cancer, right? Could have used that as an excuse as to why they didn't build their business. But instead, they turned it into a reason to build their business, right? You have to change your mindset, right? All right, change your mindset for whatever excuses. So I would love to see in the comments, some of you post some excuses that you've used. Don't be shy, right? This is hard. This is when the good stuff happens, when you have these awareness moments, right? What are some excuses that you've used to not build your business? What's your excuse? And then change it to a reason why you should, or how that could have been an opportunity for should, right? I would love, love, love to see that. Right. Are you going to have excuses, or are you going to create opportunities from those situations, right? Oh, I have to travel for the next 3 days for my kids' soccer tournament, right? There's Presidential Diamond who is going to use that as an opportunity and take oils with them, trifolds with them, and they're going to share doTERRA with everyone at the soccer event, right? Could be an excuse as to why not to build a business. Instead, it's an opportunity. So I want to hear, I don't want to hear the excuse, I want to hear your solution. So share your excuse as to what you've used, but then I want to hear next how you've changed that as an opportunity, right? And so stop using, Susan says, my family, stop using your family as an excuse, right? And use it as an opportunity. I have to be there for them. Imagine how much more you could be there for them, right? So this is a good example. I just spent the last 2 weeks, I'm going to spend the whole summer with my family every single day, all day, right? Because I worked really hard and made no excuses for a short amount of time to build my business. Brought my husband home from his job. He doesn't have to work anymore. Right? My son's home with us all summer. This is our first summer together, and we're together all summer. So imagine short-term sacrifice for long-term gains and rewards, right? People always say, oh, I can't because, right? But what people are missing out on is sacrifice for the short term, for the long-term gain, right? We worked really, really hard short term. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't work super, super hard on my doTERRA business. I do work super hard on biz tips because I love creating tools and solutions, right? But I don't work 12 to 16 hours a day on my doTERRA business. You don't have to do that. That example is when we didn't have trifolds. We didn't have, I have my oils now what plus recipes. We didn't have a standard welcome email. We didn't have make and takes. Our business was way too complicated. We were getting lost in the details, right? You can build this business on a much shorter amount of time, right? Perfect. Julie's traveling, visiting people, and she took her trifolds and her business tools that she needed to do her business while she was gone. So I packed up my tools and I took my entire business with me to Maui for 10 days, right? So I took my binder. My binder has a pencil case of trifolds in it. I also have a separate pencil case of trifolds in my purse, right? So that I had plenty no matter where I went. If I met someone and ended up saying, hey, want to get some peeps together tonight and have a class? It's that simple. People are like, oh, I need weeks to plan. No, you don't. You need people to get together and you need to tell them about wheels, right? So get your excuses and turn them into opportunities. I want to hear how you're changing it, not just the excuse, but how you're changing it. Yes, we all have problems. Yes, we all have family. Yes, we all have issues. You know, my dad had cancer. There's just, you know, we can make excuses all day long. All right, so I want to hear what classes you're doing. Right, so I love this from Diana. Excuse, I don't know anyone. Solution, I'm going to weekly networking events and meeting people. Yes, yes, yes. Vanessa, my excuse has been because I suck at social media. I'm not a technical person. I've gone back to doing it without worrying about that stuff, and I'm connecting with more people. Yes, right? So Paulina built to Premiere in 30 days without Wi-Fi or even using Facebook, right? So we can make excuses or we can create solutions. Yes, way to go, guys. I love it, love it, love it. Change those excuses into solutions. Okay, that's all I have for today. I want to encourage you, this is a perfect time to stop what you're doing, update your list of 100, not just to update it and check a task off your list. Update that list of 100, invite people to an event as you go. So there's no point in updating that list of 100 if you're not going to do something with it. Update your list of 100 people to reach out to. Remember why you're doing it, to help them change their life and to change your life for whatever reason you need your life changed, right? Financial freedom, more time with your family so that you don't have to work a job you hate, so that you can have a house cleaner, so you can bring your husband home from work, so that you can be home more with your kids. I'm home with my son constantly now, right? He'd like to get rid of me a little bit, but so you can go to Hawaii for 10 days, right? And your doTERRA income pays for it. You can teach classes there, whatever. Remind yourself of your why. Invite people as you go. I don't want you wasting time on a list of 100 if you ain't going to do something with it, because then it is a waste of time. Right? It's what you do with it that makes the difference. So update your list, invite as you go. Get everybody to an event in the next week. There's no reason you can't plan an event for this weekend or Thursday or Friday. Plan it, do it. Plan 2. Do Thursday night and Saturday day, right? No excuses. Thursday night and Sunday. And don't post an excuse about why you can't do it Thursday night, right? Because not loving excuses, right? Do it. Just do it. It's not hard. You can do it. Invite as you go. Oh, I don't know 100 people. Invite as you go. Okay? So you can tell I'm just fed up with excuses for people who are like, oh, I want to build this business, but it's too hard, and I don't know if I can do doTERRA. Everybody can do doTERRA. I did doTERRA with brain damage. I promise everybody can do doTERRA, right? I want you to grab a leadership magazine. If you did not get one in the mail, order one. Go on to doterra.com and order the most recent leadership magazine. Look at those people in those pictures and read those stories. Those people are just like you. They're not perfect, blonde, 120-pound, movie star, famous bloggers. They're normal people just like all of us. Okay, there might be one of those every now and then, right? They're normal people just like all of us. If they did it, you can do it. If I did it, you could totally do it. All right. So revisit your list of 100, take action, have a class this week, period. right? Post about it on Facebook, personally invite. Posting on Facebook is not an invitation. Picking up the telephone and talking to human beings is an invitation. Is it hard? Of course it's hard. That's why it's good. If it was easy, you wouldn't get much from it, right? Do the hard stuff. That's when the good stuff happens, okay? And sit down and do it. All right, I keep playing with my hair because it's tickling my face. Sorry. All right, guys, no excuses. Go build your business. Get all those enrollments this month. Get 11 enrollments for the month of July 2019 with 100 PV or more, and get your 3 free oils from doTERRA: rose, jasmine, and cananga. Rose oil, 5 ml, sells for $400 a bottle. Jasmine sells for anywhere from $200 to $275 a bottle. And I know nothing about that third oil, all right? So reward yourself. Go do your business. Reward yourself with an amazing business and get 3 free oils. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome sauce. Hope everybody has a good week. Sorry, my hair keeps tickling my nose. And so excited to be back from Hawaii and share all these amazing things I've learned watching a successful leader in doTERRA who felt herself to premiere in 30 days. So excited to see her launch. All these builders on her team who are excited, and to learn from her how easy it is to do doTERRA when you just have a strong enough why, like she does, that nothing gets in her way of doing doTERRA. She shares the doTERRA opportunity because it is so good everywhere she goes. We have an amazing product. We have an amazing company that supports us. And with the Zimmer tools, we have an amazing process. All right, hope you all have a good week. Thanks. Bye. Oh, don't forget to join WWZD4. It starts July 15th. Right, so WWZD4, if you want to order that, it's at lisazimmer.net/shop. I'm going to teach you for 14 days how to wrap up the month of July really strong and reach your ranks so that you can walk your rank at convention. All right, happy wheeling. Have a great week. Bye.